Here we are once again, back at Club One Fitness with Tony More Better Jeter. Here, going to talk about his first, not his first fight, but I guess his first full production with Jeter Promotions on the September 22nd card he got put together. So Tony, how has it been putting this card together?
It's been great. We're gonna have a phenomenal card. We got a bunch of local talent, and I think it's really gonna turn out good. I think people that pay, they're gonna get their money's worth. I mean, we've got a bunch of fights, and it's gonna be an exciting night of boxing at Club One Fitness in Millersville.
Yeah. So how has it been on both sides, training and promoting? How's that been going for you?
It's been going good. I mean, you know, I'm just focused on the grind, you know what I mean? I think making the matches have, you know, obviously I'm doing the matchmaking, promoting, and training. I think ultimately, it's went good, you know what I mean? I just doing my thing a day to day, and I've done it before, and I think the pressure, I feed off the pressure. The more pressure, the better, you know? And like I was telling you earlier, like, the pressure's always on me. Always, no matter what. Like, if I'm fighting on anybody else's card, the pressure's on, so it's something that I'm used to. But I think it's going really good. I'm really excited. We have a bunch of local up-and-coming talent on the card, and I think people are going to be really excited about the event.
So you plan to have 8 bouts. So how many you got actually with contract right now in the fight?
Well, we might have more than 8. I mean, we don't really know because we have the venue, and I mean, I guess we could go as long as we want. So we could have as many fights as we want. We don't have a time constraint. But there's 6 fights made at this point. We have 6 signed contracts. Dwayne Mobley, who is, they say, the next big thing, and I've seen that guy fight. He is a monster. So we got him signed, sealed, ready to deliver. We got Nick Kistner, who is one of the best up-and-coming young cruiserweights in America. I mean, the kid is fast, he's slick, 5-time national champion. I mean, his amateur credentials speak for themselves. We have James Stevens, and with Richard Andrews. I mean, Richard Andrews, I mean, you gotta give it up for that kid. The kid is tough as nails. And Stevens, I mean, he's just a talent. Like, I mean, he's one of Baltimore's bright, young boxers. We have Dan Candidate, Dan the Man Candidate, boxing Issa Kabale. I guess that's, maybe I'm butchering the name, but everybody gets it. I think that's going to be a good fight. We have, who else?
Also, you have the Aleem kids, Possible.
Yeah, we have Possibly. The Aleem kids. We have we have Elias Bull Basin. I mean, this kid, exciting. You can't, I mean, he's going to be a special attraction. He might even be towards the end, but that guy, I think he's got the world record for the fastest middleweight knockout, and he's got the Guinness Book World Record for knockout. I think it's like 20 seconds or something. He knocked Vincent Rollins out. So we have him. And right now, those are the 6 signed deals we have. We have the Lean kids. We're trying to get everything worked out, which I think will. And I mean, the Lean kids train at Club One Fitness, and they're, I mean, phenomenal, really exciting young talent. And we have Josh Davis, which is another guy that trains here. He's 2-0, nationally rated fighter, and another really good prospect. And of course, we want Ben Roy July. We're trying to get Ben Roy on too.
Okay. So the capacity for that Club One Fitness holds, you plan on packing it out?
We hope. I mean, you always hope for that. Like I was telling you earlier, I mean, people always shoot for the stars and like, we want to have 10,000 people, we're going to have 5,000. I mean, if we get 600 people in here, we'll be happy. If we did 8, we'd be ecstatic. Like, I mean, if we get 400, I mean, we just want to get people in, you know, and continue to grow as a promotion. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think all the people that came in February, they really had a good time and they enjoyed it, and I think we'll have a lot of them people back.
You said continue to grow as a promotion, so what are your future plans as far as you boxing and then you promoting?
probably box for another year, and probably we're gonna promote our next show probably in November. So we're looking to, you know, go every other month, maybe every 3 months. Maybe we'll come back at the first of the year, but really the November we'll probably go in September, take a month off, come right back in November.
Okay, so do you plan on keeping everything here at Club One Fitness, or you plan on expanding out maybe to bigger venues sometime?
Well, like I've told other people, I mean, there's no reason ever to leave here if we can't sell this out. Like it doesn't make business sense. Like people are like, oh, let's go to the Baltimore Arena, or let's go to here, or let's go to there. Like, we can't sell Club One Fitness out. Why would we go anywhere else? So yeah, we're gonna stay here for the time being because we're an upstart young company, me and my wife Kristen, and you know, we're just really trying to build a good following in the local area.
All right, we talked about the card, but we didn't get a chance to talk about your fight. Who's the guy that you're gonna be fighting against?
I'm gonna be fighting a kid, Tyrell Brown. Tough kid, 7-2 with 7 knockouts as a boxer. He's 8-4 in MMA, so he's got over 20 paid combat fights. So I think it's going to be a good test for me. Kid's fought a little bit bigger than me, so I'm just looking for a tough fight. I'm getting in really good shape and getting ready to, you know, go to work. And of course, we're going to fight for the WBC Fetcar box title. And I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I'll be able to build a relationship with the WBC, and I can bring them in for other boxers like Nick Kistner, like James Stevens, like Alanis Bulbasin. And you know, the WBC will give me a world ranking, you know. So at this point, I'm just really concentrating on getting the win and moving forward in my career, you know, as a promoter and as a boxer. And I think the biggest thing right now is just staying relevant in boxing. You know, in boxing right now, we're just trying to stay relevant as we try to build our promotion.
Okay. So, what are your ticket prices?
We're going to do 50, 75, and 100. So, I mean, I think you're going to get these fights, and you could. I mean, the feel is unbelievable. They're good seats, and it's just a great event. I mean, you get the front row seats. I mean, you can't get any closer to boxing than that because we don't have a cage around the ring. There isn't like the, you know, I guess the blockers or whatever. I mean, you're right there. Like, you could touch the ring. So I mean, it's a good ticket.
So when do you plan on jumping out of the boxing side and getting straight into full-fledged promoting side?
Probably next year. I'll probably box another year. I mean, I had a ton of time off. I'm still fresh. I mean, people, I know a lot of boxers that I came up with and amateurs, and I talk to them and I can barely understand them. You know, me, I had about 8 years of inactivity, so I'm still very, very fresh. I mean, I've never done a drug. I don't really drink super hard. So my mind and my body is still really, really fresh. So I'll probably box another year.
So with Jetta Promotions, is this something that you always wanted, you know, as a boxer, or is this something you decided to get into like towards the middle of your career or just towards the end of your career?
Well, I definitely didn't want this in the beginning. I think a lot of boxers could follow this, you know, this layout. I mean, you think when you start boxing, you know, your goals are to become a world champion, to do this, but people lose sight. And like I was telling you earlier, you got to sell yourself, got to be able to promote yourself, and then that parlays into other things. But as a young fighter, all you're worried about is boxing, you know. And you know, as I grew older, I was like, wow, there's so, you know what I mean? Like, these people that I boxed for, that I made so much money for, I could do it myself. You know what I mean? I could take the risk whether I make money or lose money. I know a lot of times in boxing, people lose money. You know what I mean? It's not like a glorious thing where you're like, oh, like I'm going to promote a show and I'm going to make $1 million, because that's not the case. I mean, you got to really grind it out, work hard to even come out of it with just breaking even. But I think ultimately later on in my career, I thought about becoming a promoter and just really making it happen.
So how did you go about finishing? How would you go about finishing your career and promoting yourself as Jetter Promotions? You know, getting in. How do you go about promoting your fights?
Meaning
right now.
Right now, I mean, the whole promotion. I mean, just like I was telling you earlier. I mean, it's basically a word of mouth. We use social media network. We're gonna try to jump on, get some papers, maybe some radio. But I think at the end of the day, boxing is a word of mouth type thing. I mean, when you're at this local level, even the Langs and Keystone and so forth, it's not like a Las Vegas thing where you're having Ticketmaster and so forth. I mean, it's a word of mouth thing, you know. So we're just basically trying to build off the membership at Club One Fitness and just the people that I know and the different boxers know. So.
Oh, okay. So, you know, you started off after, I guess, the Felix fight in February. After that fight, you had the opportunity to have a chance to fight Jimmy Lang, and that like fell through. But now it seems it's in the wind that you'll be able to that fight to be happening again. Hopefully after the September the 22nd fight. Is that what's going on so far? I know you don't want to concentrate. You want to stay on the 22nd fight, but that's what's in the air right now.
Yeah, it is. You know, I think it's gonna be a great fight. I mean, just like I told you earlier, right now I'm not really focusing on that, but I think Lang is a great guy. I've known him for a while, and I think it'll be a phenomenal fight. Both of us are like blood and guts type fighters. We both come to fight, so I think anybody that pays money for that will get their money's worth there too. And whether it's a win or a loss, I think people will walk out of there and be like, dude, we just saw a phenomenal fight. And I think the Langs have done so much good for this local area and the boxing scene, and it's helped guys like me, you know, and other fighters build their record up and so forth. So yeah, we're looking for that, I guess, October 27th. But the biggest thing is just getting through the September 22nd at Club One Fitness against Tyrell Brown. That'll be my biggest and most important bout to date. Be getting through that, and getting that world ranking, getting the belt, getting the win, and then moving on. So
the weigh-ins, what time are they scheduled?
We'll probably hit the scales around 6. I mean, of course, in Maryland we'll start at 4, but you know, there's going to be a bunch of different stuff. But I think we'll hit the scales around 6.
There you have it, with Tony, More Better Jetter, getting his card ready. Down, what is it? Get down and lay down.
Get down or lay down. I mean, you can't come with a better poster than that. Get down or lay down.
That's September 22nd here at Club One Fitness. Here you have it, Juan Marshall of ProAmFightTalk. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks.